Game Time!
Welcome to another episode of Game Time, presented this week by Newsenda Credit Union. I'm JP Murrieta, and this week we are at Santa Fe Prep, home of the Griffins and their girls cross-country team. Sitting next to me is head coach Matt Desmond. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you guys being here.
Tell me what I need to know about this year's group. It's still early in the cross-country season, but what kind of team do you have? What kind of squad?
We've got a great squad. We've got a bunch of returning folks from our team last year. And we've got a whole new group of freshmen, sophomores, lots of people ready to have fun and work hard. So
you mentioned last year, you're the two-time defending state champ at state cross country. What do you remember most about winning those two titles? And the one 2 years ago was the first one.
Yeah, I think I'll never forget the pictures of the girls running out on to get their trophy and their banner. And just the excitement in all their voices and their smiles. That's the best part.
Does it put pressure on a three-peat?
Not really. I don't know that that's really the focus for us. The main thing for us is that we've got a lot of people out there having fun. These girls are all out there working hard, setting goals, and just having fun. And if that happens, it happens, but that's not something that is just the focus for us.
What kind of goals do you set out for this team at the beginning of the year?
Well, we let them all set them themselves. We're here to facilitate, to figure out the different things we can do to make this fun and productive and make sure everybody's happy and healthy. And the girls really got together. They even did this last night. Got together, set up their goals for the year, for their individual meets, short-term, long-term goals. And that's the main thing for us is just, setting goals.
How have you been able to establish such a successful program over the last couple of years?
Well, we've had a lot of buy-in. I mean, the girls have really bought into our program. We talk about process. We don't, again, it's not about winning state championships, anything like that. It's what do we do day to day, and how do we be excellent from day to day, and how do we be consistent? And that's the number one thing, is consistency and then having fun. I mean, our girls are out there dancing. Our first championship, they were out there singing Taylor Swift songs. We always try and do some fun things like that. So it's about fun, it's about consistency and goal setting.
All right, well, we're going to talk more with Santa Fe Prep. Maybe some dancing coming up. I don't know. Can't promise that, but we'll be back with more Game Time after this.
At Jiffy Lube, we car about cars. In fact, we're kind of obsessed. It's why we've been taking car business with quick quality service for over 40 years.
Are you saying car?
That's right, Claire. And with things like our Carful Vehicle Review, where our experts check, fill, inspect, and clean your vehicle, you'll know we'll car for your car like we car for our own. Some people think it's just an oil change. Who cars? We do. We car.
You mean care?
Exactly. Jiffy Lube. Car more.
Welcome back to Game Time, presented this week by Newsenda Credit Union. We are at Santa Fe Prep and the girls cross-country team, and sitting next to me, another head coach, Liz Desmond. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for being here, JP.
No coincidence in the last name. Tell us all the relationship between the head coaches.
Matt and I have been coaching together for over 25 years, probably. We are athletes ourselves and wanted to share our knowledge with sports with kids, and so here we are. The path is long, and we enjoy it every day.
What's it like as a former athlete to now kind of be in charge of a program? I say now, even though you've been doing it for a while, but taking that step to then coach the kids that you used to be in the same position.
Exactly. So cross country was my favorite sport when I was a high school and college student, and the camaraderie that you can build with a team with 7 to as many runners as you want out there on the course. You're sharing hardship, you're sharing joy, and you're sharing the process to reach a common goal. It really is an amazing team sport, and I wanted to share that with them because I got to have the most amazing experience when I was a kid.
Santa Fe Prep is a smaller school, smaller community. You're familiar with that. You used to be at Desert Academy. Mm-hmm. What's that experience like? Not only coaching, but kind of the daily existence at a school like Santa Fe Prep?
It is smaller, so it's a smaller community. So us as, let's say if we're taking an example for our girls team, We know that we're sharing a classroom with student athletes from all over the school. We get to know kids who are playing soccer, who are playing golf, tennis, etc. So we are all supporting each other. So it's really important, if our girls team is running down the street and the soccer game's going on, we need to stop and cheer and share that joy and support of being a Blue Griffin.
And so take me through a Blue Griffin cross-country workout. What's it like? How do you get these girls ready?
All right, the first thing, it's all their tone setting and their culture, but the first thing that has to happen, of course, is we bring Taylor Swift to the party.
I see a theme here.
Yeah, exactly. So we warm up to music. Music elevates your experience as an athlete, and it's amazing. We got some music, we do stretches, we do all sorts of different workouts. We actually also work out with the boys. So we get out there, have fun. You'll run with someone who's about the same speed with you. It's about working hard, but also decompressing from the day because academics come first.
Well, with the success you've had, I'm sure you'd make Taylor Swift proud.
Yeah, there you go.
Going into this season, once state rolls around, what has to happen for Santa Fe Prep to lift that blue trophy once again?
For our process to getting to state this year, I would say that we just have to find the joy in being cross-country athletes, working together and enjoying the process. It's not about the end goal, it's about enjoying the process. We have a couple pillars for our athletic program in cross-country specifically. It's keeping kids safe, academics and family come first, finding joy in the process, and reaching personal excellence. So if you're going to find your personal excellence, you could possibly hold up that blue trophy in the end.
All great messages. Well, good luck this season.
Thanks, JP.
We'll be back with more Game Time after this.
Woo!
There are always a few things you need to take along in order to give your best. Things like heart, comfort, and care. And with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of New Mexico, you'll take heart, having a local partner as passionate in watching your community thrive as you are. You'll take comfort, assured the promise and peace of mind that comes with the Blue Cross card has been handed down through generations. But most of all, you'll take care, confident the support you trust will be forever in reach for all the journeys to come.
Hi, I'm Pippa from Santa Fe Prep. Welcome back to Game Time.
Welcome back to Game Time, presented this week by New Senda Credit Union. We have completed 2 weeks of the high school football season. Let's take a look back at some of the Week 2 winners and highlights.
Top-ranked defending state champ Cleveland put up another big number in Week 2 of the high school football season. Evan Nanez broke off a big one and scored 3 times in a 49-3 win at Los Lunas. He accounted for 259 total yards of offense. The Storm will play their home opener this week against Clovis. The Wildcats will be making their second straight trip to Rio Rancho. The Rams beat Clovis last week 55-0. Quarterback Micah Takahashi threw 4 touchdowns and rushed for another. Speaking of touchdowns, Santa Fe senior Jasper Nelson rushed for 268 yards and 6 scores in a 39-26 win against Berlin. The Demons are 2-0 on the season and take on St. Michael's this week. One of the bigger upsets of the weekend, Alamogordo took down 5A state champ Roswell. The Tigers are undefeated and head to the Duke City to take on Albuquerque High. Oregon Mountain beat Deming 26-22 on a last-second play. Jaden Gonzalez found Zeke Weir in the end zone for the W. The Knights follow up their victory with a matchup against Mayfield this week. West Mesa met up with Mayfield last week, and the Mustangs took down the Trojans 27-21. West Mesa has a bye this week before taking on Volcano Vista. In a game with 7 lead changes, Artesia took down Hobbs in a shootout 51-41. And Bryce Parra was the star with a touchdown on the ground, a receiving touchdown, and a kickoff return for a touchdown. The Bulldogs host Centennial this week. Jordan Herrera rushed for 242 yards and 4 touchdowns as Los Alamos took down Taos 42-19. The Hilltoppers host Powahki Valley Thursday night. Albuquerque Academy took down Del Norte over the weekend 51-0. The Chargers have scored 93 total points in 2 games and take on Hope Christian in Week 3. With less than 2 minutes to go, Bernalillo scored against Highland to force overtime. Then in OT, Ulysses Castro connected with Ivan Ruiz for a walk-off win 14-8. Undefeated Bernalillo is on the road for the 3rd straight week. This weekend, they're at Portales. St. Pius went on the road and beat Grants 34-20. Running back Herschel Alloway had 3 touchdowns on the game. The Sartans are at Moriarty this week. Las Cruces running back Danny Amaro rushed for 4 touchdowns in a 38-20 win against Volcano Vista. He had 4 touchdowns in Week 1 as well. The Bulldogs are 2-0 and host Rio Rancho this week before traveling to face Cleveland in Week 4. With 3 touchdowns in the opening quarter, St. Michael's took down Capital over the weekend 53-7. The Horsemen are on a 22-game win streak.
Hi, I'm Ingrid from Santa Fe Prep. Check out the latest football polls. Hi, my name is Franny and I'm from Santa Fe Prep, and we'll be back with more game time after this.
Are you living the life of an athlete? The New Mexico Activities Association brings you Life of an Athlete, a resource for students, educators, and parents to understand the challenges students face. Athletes, one night of drinking will negatively affect your athletic performance for 2 weeks, and athletes who drink or do drugs are twice as likely to get injured. Alcohol's effects can reduce a high school athlete's potential by as much as 20 to 30%. Are you living the life of an athlete? Log on to the website to find out today.
Welcome back to Game Time, presented this week by Nusenda Credit Union. The La Cueva girls soccer team won it all back in 2024, something they've done quite often. In fact, 17 times to be specific, more than any other girls soccer program in New Mexico. They also have the target once again in 2025.
For the La Cueva girls soccer team, the future looks promising on the pitch this season.
I have a really good team. They're older, so I have 10 seniors on the team, and all 10 played on the state championship team last year, and 7 of them started in that game.
One of those returners is senior Riley Erickson, who recently committed to play at New Mexico State.
I went on a visit out there recently and I wasn't sure at first, like anything. I didn't know where I wanted to go, and I went on that visit. I completely loved the team. I love the coaches, and like their culture is just amazing. And I'm close to my family, but I'm also far away.
Oh, she's a phenomenal player. Outside back, is lethal back there, can cross the ball, makes amazing tackles, and has probably one of the best throw-ins in the state of New Mexico.
La Cueva is taking their talents out of state. Later this month, the Bears travel to Seattle to face the Washington State champs.
It's huge for the team because in high school they don't get to travel that much with their teammates. I mean, they do it all the time in club soccer, but not in high school soccer. It's just a lot of fun, and it just the camaraderie and the team building is just huge.
We went to Ohio last year, so I think just playing like a different team out of state, because we've played Ohio the last 2 years. So I think just playing a different team like out of state will be super cool.
For the past 2 years, the Bears blended soccer with tennis as part of their daily workout.
They can juggle a tennis ball, then the ability to play on turf becomes a lot easier, and their touches just get so much better throughout the season once they start really being able to juggle those tennis balls.
They always tell us it helps our touch. We didn't believe them at first, but after we started doing it last year, we could really see the improvement in our touch in our games. We didn't think it would help at all, but it actually helped us so much, and just having that extra 10 minutes every day really helps.
Me and my assistant coach love the Premier League more than anything, and so we study a bunch of teams in the Premier League and we start seeing what they do, and so we've picked up on a couple of things.
So if the La Cueva Bears were a Premier League team, which one would they be?
Well, for me it would be Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool fan. She would be Chelsea, so we can mix the two.
That's going to do it for another episode of Game Time, presented this week by Nusenda Credit Union. Thanks for watching this week from Santa Fe Prep. Make sure you tune in next week, because you never know where we're going to be, who we're going to talk to, who's going to get the spotlight, but you do know the place to find the most high school highlights is right here. We'll see you next time on Game Time.